Welcome to the Alcohol Reset, the podcast that helps you reset your habits, health, and relationship with alcohol without judgment or extremes. If you're looking to cut back, take a break, or just understand how drinking can affect your body and mind, you're in the right place. Each episode brings you science-backed insights on neuroscience, nutrition, and habit change to help you feel better, sleep deeper, and take control on your terms. This podcast is brought to you by Cloud9, makers of Daily Restore, a once-a-day supplement to support your body from alcohol's effects, and Rise and Unwind AM/PM, a 24-hour combo to curb cravings, balance mood, and improve sleep when cutting back. Visit trycloud9.com and use the code PODCAST to save 15% on your next order. I'm Mike Hardenbrook, best-selling author, neuroscience enthusiast, and habit change expert. I've helped thousands through my book and podcast to rethink their drinking, and now I'm here to help you do the same. If that sounds good, let's get started. All right, let's talk about something that messes with a lot of people's heads when they try to change their drinking. Moderation versus mindful drinking. Are they the same thing? Does one work better than the other? And more importantly, which one is right for you? Because let's be real, nobody just wakes up one day and says, you know what, I should start moderating my alcohol intake. That's not how this works. Usually it happens after you wake up feeling like crap one too many times, or you realize you've been drinking more than you planned again, or maybe you're just tired of that cycle where you say, I'll only have two, and then somehow two turns into five, and now you're at a late night diner ordering the entire left side of the menu. And that's when people start throwing around the whole just drink in moderation thing. But what does that even mean? Like, is there some universal number? 2 drinks? 3? Is it different for everyone? And why do some people seem to be able to do it while others, no matter how hard they try, just keep ending up in the same pattern? That's where mindful drinking comes in. And that's what we're going to break down today. So let's start with moderation. Moderation is basically the idea that you can still drink. You just do it in a way that doesn't get out of control. You set limits. You say, I'll only drink on weekends, or I'll stop after 2 drinks. It's all about putting some kind of structure around your drinking so it doesn't get away from you. And in theory, yeah, that sounds great. Just drink less. Problem solved, right? Except not really. The thing with moderation is that it's still kind of based on restriction. It's like a diet. Ever told yourself you were only going to have 1 cookie and then you eat 3 because screw it, you already messed up? That's what happens with drinking too. You set a rule, I'll only have 2 drinks, but then you're out. Someone orders another round and now you're sitting there like, well, I already broke my rule, might as well keep going. And that's the cycle a lot of people get stuck in. They try moderation, it works for a while, and then life happens. They go on vacation, or they have a stressful week, or they go to an event where drinks are flowing, and suddenly that moderate drinking plan goes out the window, and then they feel like crap. Not just physically, but mentally, because now they think they failed at moderation. And that's where mindful drinking is different. Mindful drinking isn't about setting rules. It's about paying attention to what you're doing. It's about actually thinking about why you're drinking in the first place. Instead of saying, I'm only allowed 2 drinks tonight, you start asking yourself, do I even want this drink? Do I actually feel like drinking? Or am I just doing it because everyone else is? That changes everything. Because now, instead of being in a constant battle with yourself about whether or not you should drink, you start actually choosing when, why, and how much you drink. And the crazy thing is, when you start drinking more mindfully, you naturally start drinking less. Not because you're forcing yourself to, but because you're actually paying attention to how it makes you feel. You start noticing the little things, like how even just 1 or 2 drinks messes with your sleep, or how you wake up with less energy the next day, even if you weren't drunk. And when you notice that stuff, it's way easier to say, you know what? I'm good. I don't need this drink. And the best part, you don't have to quit drinking to be a mindful drinker. You just have to stop drinking on autopilot. So now the big question, which one is right for you? If you're the kind of person who likes having rules and structure, maybe moderation works for you. Some people really do well with just setting a drink limit or saying, I'm not drinking during the week. But if you're the kind of person who's tired of setting rules, breaking them, and then feeling bad about it, maybe it's time to try mindful drinking instead. because instead of telling yourself, I can't have this, you just start asking, do I actually want this? For me, mindful drinking changed everything. The moment I stopped setting rules and just started making better choices, I actually drank less without even trying. And that's the real goal, right? Not to live in a constant state of, am I drinking too much? But to get to a place where alcohol isn't running the show anymore. So that's the breakdown. Moderation is about limits. Mindful drinking is about awareness. And the best part, you don't have to pick one and stick with it forever. Try both, see what works for you. But most importantly, start paying attention to how alcohol actually fits into your life. That's a wrap for today's episode. If you got something out of this, do me a quick favor, leave a rating and review on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. It helps keep the show going and would mean the world to me. Got ideas, comments, or questions? Shoot me an email at mike@trycloud9.com. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're looking for extra support, check out Cloud9, makers of Daily Restore, a once-a-day supplement to support your body from alcohol's effects, and Rise and Unwind AM/PM, a 24-hour combo to curb cravings, balance mood, and improve sleep when taking a break. Go to trycloud9.com and use the code PODCAST to save 15% on your next order. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.